Throughout the AS Media course, I have really developed my media skills since the beginning, from tasks like the continuity task, preliminary task, and mundane task, to the final film opening. Since filming the earlier tasks, I realised how important stability and taking a clear shot can impact a film. In my mundane task, I managed to capture steady and focused shots. Through filming all the various tasks, I was able to get to grips with various settings on a camera, for instance, changing the aperture, which I experimented with in my camera focus task. Furthermore, I am now able to use a variety of different shots since my preliminary, which was mainly made up of long shots and medium shots. However, in my final opening, the shots were more diverse, ranging from establishing shots, long shots, medium shots, extreme close-ups, high-angle shots, etc. I have used Final Cut Pro to edit all of my tasks and my film opening. By using the program a lot, I have now got to grips with it and can now use the program comfortably. In my preliminary task, I simply cut my shots and put them together. However, in my final opening, I could change the colour of all my clips so they were the same, which provided continuity in my film. Furthermore, I can now also speed up and slow down footage, which I incorporated into my mundane task. As well as using Final Cut Pro, I have also used the program After Effects. I used this program to create my ident and put the titles onto my final film opening. However, during the research stage, I added titles to 3 film openings from other films: Mission Impossible, Lord of the Rings, and Serenity. This task first introduced me to After Effects and allowed me to become able to use it through watching online tutorials on Video Copilot. Thus, I understood different settings and how to use the program more effectively. This was significant as it allowed me to become more at ease with the program and allowed me to successfully add titles to my final project. In addition, in the research stage of my media course, I made a timeline of titles for the TV program The Walking Dead. This gave me a better understanding of where titles should go in an opening, where they are best visible, and how often they should appear on the screen. This helped develop my skills. I used this exercise as a template for my final opening. This enabled me to add visible titles which fitted my genre. I think it is evident that my media skills have progressed through watching my preliminary task and comparing it to my final film. The preliminary task was the first time I recorded footage on a camera and edited them myself using Final Cut Pro. Through watching the task, it is clear to see that the camera is not as steady or focused as it was in my film opening, as I did not use a tripod. In my film opening, my shots are much clearer and the stability of the shots is better than in my preliminary task. Nevertheless, the preliminary task helped me understand the 180-degree rule. This rule is a basic guideline in filmmaking that states that 2 characters in the same scene should always have the same left or right relationship to each other. If the camera passes over the imaginary axis connecting the 2 subjects, it is called crossing the line, which I was therefore aware of when shooting my final film. My preliminary task also only contains minimal dialogue and some music to make it more interesting. It is clear to say that at this stage of my AS Media course, I was clueless to how much impact audio has on a film. However, since the task, I am now aware of this and how important sound is, and in my final film I used many different soundtracks, varying from voice recordings of a news reporter to children whispering, all to help create a sinister and daunting atmosphere for the audience. I feel I've progressed a lot and learnt an array of new skills since the preliminary task, which together helped me to produce a quality film opening.